Hello and welcome back to your personal code of conduct. I am recording this again ridiculously fucking late, but I am blaming it on two things, and I have decided on the personal perfect title for this thing, which is basically I am getting on a grind set, and I'm also coming down from I won't call it parasocial, but sort of. No, I'll call it a fixation with a content, I'm coming down from I won't call it the longest high I've had. The thing is that it's the longest high I've had with the whole, I'm not talking about drugs, but it's the longest high I've had with the whole, it was a full 3-day obsession, especially when I didn't have tasks like this full weekend. I wasted the full two, because I discovered the person on Thursday, and it was like a full, God, it has been fucking 4 days just consuming hours of content, and I think I'm finally coming down from the high, at least enough to recognize that, so it's I'm not sure if this is the longest content creator fixation I've had. That's the thing. I still have some fixations. The reason why I wanted to use the word fixation is because I saw a comment in one of the many stuff I was looking at, and a person described it a parasocial fixation. There's one thing I do pride myself, especially considering I'm a YouTube addict. I don't have any parasocial interest in any of the creators I consume. I don't fall into a cult of personality or whatever. But I'm not particularly interested in their lives. But when I'm so captivated by someone's vibe and content, I can consume for hours. And I know I was supposed to be on my fucking I know this doesn't sound like somebody who is supposedly now in her grindset era. It's jealousy that's caused my grindset era. I went on Instagram, I saw somebody who probably doesn't like me traveling up and down, and I was like, ooh, jealousy. But I'm it's time to be on a grindset era, because you actually do make that kind of money, but you need to make more money and work in a better situation, because it's time to be on your fucking grind set era, bitch. Now is the time. But that's the thing. It's time to be on a grind set era. As per data human being with proper data experience that has built pipelines and shit, it's time to be on a grind set era, and also making sure that you're giving a grade performance in your office, not A star, because fuck no, I want a life. A grade performance. A star cannot fuck itself, because with the kind of Indochine palace I want to build, it's going to take a fucking long while before I get there. So, and I'm a very impatient human being, so A grade, then be on our grind sets for money out there. And especially now that you've gotten efficient at your role. I know I've said it several fucking times. You've gotten efficient, in and out of the data domain. Your life is cushy, but they'll probably start adding random responsibilities now that they realize you're pretty fast at your job. In your grind set era, fuck that shit. Yes, now back to the actually fun thing. My 4-day fixation with Fencer. I don't know if I should write this in a fucking... This is probably going to get me random. This whole 4-day fixation and consuming the content, I have never in my entire fucking life read RPF fiction. When I try to look for in my fucking life, I've never ever for one day. In fact, I make sure if I'm reading fan fiction, I make sure I filter out every possible mention of RPF or anything, or a band or anything that's is not even. I even seldom read live action fan fictions, because especially when I have the memories of the actors in my head, if the story has to get good enough that the descriptions that they use for the character is completely different from the actor that played the person, because I don't like the idea of intruding into somebody's house. But Dayo went and searched for RPF fiction. I didn't find the exact one I wanted, and I'm not going to mention the exact one I wanted because it's shameful, and I didn't find it, so I didn't end up reading RPF fiction. So yes, my virtue and my code of conduct, and as regards to respecting individuals, whether public personas and their private life, and not creating and not being like it was preserved by mistake. And I feel like not finding it gave me a moment of clarity, and I'm never going to do it. So no am I going to write. Okay, I might write it in my word notes. Fuck no. Oh, did I mention I started page 1 of my novel and I went blank? I literally had fucking hours to write that shit because I had completed my task. I had done like the meetings, the drafts, the plans, the proposals, everything, and the like main meeting I had for that day. So I was like, Dayo, open up your laptop since you decided to switch your algorithm plan and go away from a fucking churn prediction to a lifetime prediction in the fucking middle of Jupyter Notebook, and you said, fuck that shit. Why don't you write your fucking novel? And I went blank. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get help from ChatGPT. And ChatGPT didn't store history, so it couldn't understand context. Fuck. I'm not creative. I'm a data scientist. Fuck. Okay, actually, to be a data scientist, you have to. But it's like business domain creative. Now it's like can't write creative. But the thing is, how did I do it in secondary school? Like, I just wrote. I found an exercise book and I wrote. And I tried to describe scenery. That's the reason why I went into... I can't believe I'm going to have it long. I don't even think I'm going to do my face masks in the middle of this... Or should I? I need to go. Yeah, I should do my face masks in the middle of this thing. Because I should do my face mask in the middle of this thing because I don't think I'd be willing to do it, especially now that it's 9 when something. Fuck, I need to sleep maximum 10:30. Especially now I think I've gotten clarity and I've gotten down from my Finsta high. But that's not the point I wanted to make. We'll soon go back to Finsta, but I was trying to talk about me trying to write because I had a bunch of free time. And I was like, okay, let's look for an author. And I'm like, I'm not in the mood to read anything. Oh, and I know this is a jumping between topics. It's making sense in my head and I'm keeping track of where I am. I need to go and get a proper audiobook reader to read my bootleg copy of The Dictator's Handbook. Then if you're an adult with adult money, buy these things. But then again, I'm reminded of the horrible exchange rates between my currency and dollars. And I'm like, yeah, I can afford it, but like, no, it hurts too much. Even though I can easily afford it, but it's still like, fuck no. Like, I wouldn't spend that much money on a book. Well, that comes with the territory of being from a poor country. Like, it's like the vibes. See me, I haven't recorded with the mic in a while. I'm just like recording on my phone. Okay, back to point number. See, I know how this neural network is working. I know the points in the story. So I decided to listen to Kafka. Because like people were always like Kafka-esque type stuff. Like I have been following a bunch of film type. I like her because her voice is pretty and she sounds like yeah. So she uses the word Kafka-esque, and I was like, I should read a Kafka book. And I found like a free audiobook of the Metamorphosis. I started, but the descriptions were so fucking tiring. I was like, is this what it takes to write a book? Then I ended up reading the wiki summary of what happens in the Metamorphosis. Sorry, poor, what's his name again? Sacham? I don't know. Poor main character. Is it George? Or I don't know. George Saram? I don't know. Poor main character of Kafka's Metamorphosis. Maybe because I'm still in shock of like bad endings. Like it's like, even though like I'm well aware in reality that the good endings never happen to anybody, many of the adults in my own life don't. If like you were to make their like life into a movie, older adults, you wouldn't say they had a good ending. They just had they still exist ending, and some of them are dead. So like some of them definitely had a bad ending. But like knowing that things ended terribly for the main character of Kafka, I almost don't want to read story. Actually, I don't want to read the story, which is like, fuck, Dayo, are you high on happy endings? That is bullshit. But the thing is, I don't like drama, and when I know the drama is going to, like, even if I might want to endure if the drama is going to lead to a happy ending, I might want to endure. But if the drama is going to lead to more suffering and evil people, quote unquote, don't get punished, well, yeah, but the thing is, evil people, quote unquote, do not get punished. Like, that's how the world works. That's the reason why we hope and we have faith in religion and whatever. And we think that I should really go and do my skincare routine so that I can I haven't like done the baseline. Usually at this first line of this podcast, I would have done the baseline scrub and before I put on my face peel. And I'm like, fuck, I haven't done that. So like, okay, this is the first 10 minutes. We're going to come back, wash our face, talk a bit more about Kafka, then talk about how grindset, then we'll end with Finster. Or should we have Finster in the middle? Like, let's have Finster in the middle. Okay. I'm back and sort of I had to do the whole, what they call it, rush through the washing, drying, putting face mask on my face. So this is like the face mask session. Usually the other one is I washed my face and waiting for it to dry. So I hope my face doesn't burn off or the chemicals don't go too deep into my face, because like I don't think it's sort of wet, but like it wasn't the driest it could be. Off point. So we're like, this is going to be do I want this to be the Finster segment? Because like I have so many things to say, or I want say so much to say, or so many things to say. I don't know what fuck. So the thing is, I don't even know how this thing got on my YouTube recommended, because I do not use TikTok. I downloaded TikTok because I usually download TikTok like during the periods when I have a content creator fixation, and then I delete it immediately after my high is done. When YouTube cannot sustain my high, I download TikTok because I don't really like TikTok. Says the person that's consuming an insane amount of YouTube shorts. Fuck, that's the thing. If I'm consuming an insane amount of YouTube shorts, how the fuck will I be behaving if I go to the central source? Like, no, like, you already have one addiction. You're already doing heroin. Don't add meth. Wait, or don't add fentanyl. You're already doing heroin, don't add fentanyl. Because the fuck? Why am I saying the fuck up and up? Okay, so my fixation started with, I don't know how it started with. I don't even remember the origin, but I just know that I've watched like 1,000 videos, and I realized I'm probably going to find full streams and watch old full streams while I work. It's like this is probably new working material next to Waveform podcast. Have I ever had a Marquez Brownlee content creator high? I think I have. But I had to go to Instagram because like I was first introduced. I know this is supposed to be our Finsta, but like let me give you the background about like me having content creator highs. Some things it's just so amusing. I think I've had one for Sophia, for Marquez Brownlee, but I couldn't do the whole full watch everything because like Marquez topic is tech, and that is my day job, and I'm like actually building technical products and the like from. I do a lot of shit, so it's like it's very difficult to stay focused. It's just it sounds like work. It's very difficult. Oh fuck! Am I putting chemicals on my shoulder? Because I won't forget to wash this part. It gets very, what's the word? Uninteresting. So I tend to just watch it as it comes out rather than go like deep. But when somebody's topic is like social commentary. It's like I usually just want to watch the entire discography. Does it count for content creators? Just musicians. I find enough I don't have that for musicians. I can just be obsessed with a single song. I might go out to check out their whole discography. But like hardly do I ever find a musician that can capture my attention. So like I'm usually listening to all sorts from all sorts of places. Well, it also shows the fact the way I jump up and down with subject matter. Back to Finsta. So I remember when I was like, I nearly broke my code of conduct in the fact that I consciously, like it was unconsciously before. Then later at one point I was like, I made a conscious decision to avoid RPF. And I went to search for fucking RPF. Shame. And I was now giving myself stupid justifications like, Rose is a character. Like, we're not talking about Jude. Rose is a character. And yes, you're going to realize my questionable shape the moment I mention it. Well, some questionable rich person is just putting their what do you call it? there are money at stake, you don't have to go and read a fin/10. Shame, God, the sentence is so fucking shameful. Jesus, this is God. Nobody can see me, but like I'm ashamed. If black people could blush, Jesus, the shame is killing me, and I'm alone in my room. But like this is fucking shameful. I broke my own personal code of conduct. But I thank God I did not find. But if you fuck no, shame. Oh God, your rotten woman is showing. Anyways, it's also made me realize that like I'm in the current Jordan Peterson would judge me phase, because it's like, you know, the whole that one TikTok clip that where he goes all like, all the generic erotica that women like is this, and I was like, yeah, it is, but like I don't, it's not self-insertion for me. I think this whole ordeal has made me realize how fucking asexual I am. Jesus, which is funny considering like his entire topic is like making everybody confused, but the whole thing is so fucking hilarious. Jesus, it's so fucking funny. Like, I don't know, this has brought me so much amusement. But it made me postpone my grindset. Shame. Off point. But the whole thing was, he usually goes to he usually does the stream thing. I like, the most fascinating has been like the 2 months ago, like to 8 months to 2 months ago, and I was like, yeah, this is such a vibe. And I kept on consuming clips, longer videos, the huge goodbye, the moments of gifts, the random questionable things on the chat, reactions to his existence. Like, reactions to his existence is vibe. I need to even do like people react to Marquez Brown, because like I don't think I've ever done that, but I've done like I need to do that. I don't know why. Like, but then again, there's no reason why anybody be reacting to a phone review. That we'll see. He's good to look at. I follow people who are like I like their voice, or they're good to look at. I'm shallow. Anyway, back to the whole Jordan Peterson would judge me. So I was like, for me, it's never ever self-insertion. That's the reason I'm like, Dayo, you're probably you're like, I will finally have a Monogatari type story, and have Dayo has fallen in love, or Dayo generally wants to build a society, like a structure, a family unit with somebody. I'm probably never going to have that. And I won't say that this made me realize, but the whole thing was so fucking hilarious. Which is funny, because people often think that, Dayo would have gone feral, especially the way I describe like sexy dudes, sexy women, sexy everybody. The thing is, I describe people because I want to look at them doing shit, and I want to learn how to draw. I still don't know how to fucking draw. I wish I knew how to draw, but I don't know how to fucking draw. If I could draw semi-realistically, because I don't really want the details of their face. I just want we're able to recognize that this is that person. If I could draw semi-realistic people and draw them vibing, that's cool. So the whole thing was, I kind of want to read. Oh God, shame! This is so shameful. This is the reason why I have a podcast, because I'm going to do the idiotic thing of putting him in the title, and I hope nobody finds this. Fuck! Shame! Oh God, the shame is killing me. But like, this is just me talking. It's not really a podcast. It's more of a personal journal, hence it being personal code of conduct. And I'm past the stay time for this mask. I think I am. Okay, yeah, I'm past the stay time for this mask. We'll wait. But then when we come back, I'm going to talk about what am I going to talk about? This is my memory. The data scientist. Wow. We're going to talk about how this made me realize, like, the kind of stuff I want to read. Made me realize the generic history, whatever. Let's just go wash his face, because I think it's me worried about my face burning off that is making my brain scatter. So I don't know if this ties properly into like the story I was telling, blah 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 blah. But the thing is, with what do you call it? With erotica, it has never been. Oh God, this is a podcast. This is not a podcast. Like, why are you putting this on the internet? I'm just so excited to talk. I don't know what I mean. Anyway, with erotica generally, it has never been a self-insertion thing. Like, put yourself in the shoes of the dramatic female character. Never. Like, it has always been very voyeuristic. Oh my God, is that even worse to admit? Jesus, on the internet. Shame. Fuck, I feel like I'm doing something risky by putting this name in the title. So the whole situation was like, I wanted to, like, it's like, I want to read a story that involves me watching something fucking crazy. And I'm like, this is the reason. I'm so glad I did not find the RPF. But if I were to find it, if it existed, then it was easy to categorize and find. Somebody please write the LPF of Rosa. Shame. Anyway, shame. Don't do that again. Into the horny corner. Fuck, I'm so ashamed. Anyways, like the whole situation is just so fucking hilarious. Like, I like the way I was watching like really old PK clips as well. I like how his audience is divided into people who think the whole thing is hilarious, like me, people who are genuinely horny, people who think both, and people who like pop in and like are fucking shocked, and people who find themselves in clips, like under clips and like, what is this disgusting? What is this? It's so fucking amusing. It's so amusing, and it's also like what did I learn from my. There are two things I want to point out. What did I learn from my aggressive content creator hyperfixation? Because usually anytime I say I'm a content addict, every time on this podcast, it's usually like in that period is an obsessive fixation with is usually because sometimes I'm just like scrolling endlessly trying to like escape from reality and not actually create things. Now I want to write. Don't think no. You could just follow the script of killing, stalking. God, that's creepy. You're a horrible person, Dayo. Don't. No. Dayo, no. Anyway, what did I learn about myself throughout this like 4-day hyperfixation? I'm a responsible person. That's one thing I fucking learned about myself. I'm responsible. I know. It's funny. How is your takeaway from this thing? You're responsible after 4 days men's binging with somebody with like a whole pile of laundry that needs to be sorted before taken to the laundry place, and some laundry that needs to be done by hand, and a room that needs to be swept. Like, how are you coming with the idea that you're responsible after this is the result of your hyperfixation? Now, like, my shoulders are big now because I'm proud. I still went to the fucking gym, even though my fixation started on Thursday. I still made sure I slept. Wrong time, but I slept, woke up early, got to the office at reasonable hours, performed my task, answered people, did my everything, came back home, started fixation. And I was like, wow. Like, when people have like, and the thing is one thing, because I was complaining last week that when people depend on me, I perform well. Not because there's a pressure or something, it's because I share a society with people. I wasn't complaining because I was texting somebody. I share a society with people, and it's important to meet their expectations. It's important to not be a nuisance. It's important to do well and do the things, not only the things you're paid for, the things your friends expect of you, the things your family expect of you, and all those kind of things, because you share a society with them. You don't live in this world alone. Yada yada yada. I'm happy with myself as a good person. But the main reason why I'm proud of myself is that I was actually able to maintain most of my set habits. So like, I still went on my morning 2-hour walk on Sunday. I still did my morning gym, even though I woke up so fucking late. So like, the moment I snapped open my eyes at 9, I went to the gym instead of like 7. I went to the gym. I still lifted heavy, but I still lifted heavy, but I didn't have time to. I still lifted heavy. I still went through my evening hygiene routine and my morning remembrance to leave the house with sunscreen, but I didn't go through my morning skincare routine other than sunscreen. The thing is, like, it's funny how my morning routine is highly tied to me going somewhere. So like my routine is always very perfect. Monday, I'm working some days hybrid now, so some days are remotely now, so but like I've decided, okay, I need a schedule for my remote days to prevent me from being a mess. I hate messes. Even though I'm like, my default state is a mess, I do like having structure, but my structure is often built around other people's needs. So like when it's me existing, I need structure around myself. It's a vibe. Anyways, I have tasks. I feel like it's going to be exciting. I have to put myself out there. I have to have conversations with people and be like, hi, we do this, we do that, we mentioned this, what do you need, blah blah blah, what can analytics do for you? I'm a head of a department. Little on me. Yeah, that title's for sure. Off points. But it's time to get on my grind set. And I was able to do, I meal prepped. In the midst of my obsessive compulsion, I meal prepped for the week. And that took like 3.5 hours to do, and I was able to just focus on that. But like the other things I said I was going to do, like finish. Fuck, wow, I'm during the weekend thinking I was going to finish my Medium article. Fuck, I have an article, but the article is just for me, but I need to finish it this week, definitely. I have most of the code written. It's just to write the English and take screenshots. We'll be fine. Next was to Dayo, the whole thing is like, it's not just the Finsta thing, it's to be on the grind set. I think this whole situation has made me realize, like, well, it's not as made me realize. I've been slowly spiraling towards the, like, a year later, your life is really not that hard and it's really not that serious. But a lot of people take it that way, and you need to understand that you live in a world where a lot of people take it that way, and people that can harm you exist, and that's fine. But you also need to understand, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that serious. Which is, fuck, tomorrow is a Monday, and it's already 10 o'clock, and I need to sleep before 11, fuck. Because I'm so behind on sleep. You need to know how behind I fucking am on sleep. It's so shameful. I almost broke my code on never reading RPF. Almost. And I realized that if what I wanted existed, I would break it in a fucking heartbeat. And I'm tempted enough to create what I wanted. Shame. Because the whole situation is just so fucking hilarious. Yes, I tell stories out of context, and I cannot tell a coherent story except when I'm presenting to a board. At least I'm doing well as an adult. That's fine. Fuck. So you're having this whole situation. It's just so amusing to watch, and I realized that, like, my relationship with romance is one that is very voyeuristic as opposed to wanting to participate. I've been hinting at it, but this whole situation has made me realize, Dayo, you're so fucking ace. Jesus. Okay, not like, I don't know, maybe I think situations are hot, so like maybe eventually she will become an adult that will move on and settle down and build a house and but the thing is, what I want, my goal for the grind set, I should really get a Pinterest like proper board and put like an Indochine house, but like I don't want, like, I want to build an Indochine house, like the styled black to white. Like I'm going Indochine, but make it more heavily British Caribbean colonial versus like general European Asian, but the motifs are African, not Asian. But like I want to have that classy black and white with hints of green that a lot of Indochine places have. And to afford that shit, bitch, you need money. And yeah, we're not going to have to wait 10 years, which is like, fuck, doing that the traditional office way. Fuck no. We need dollars. And we're not going to become a streamer because you can't. You're fucking ugly. Okay, you're not ugly, but like, yeah, you're not a babe. You're a cool person, but not a babe. I literally, like, this is one thing I'm disappointed in myself. Things I said I was going to do, like the article, getting my hair braided and my nails done. Jesus, you're a woman. I was watching a fucking femboy on YouTube, And I forgot, me, grown-ass woman, forgot to go and get my hair braided and my nails done in preparation for the week. Don't worry, we'll just have the hair slicked back. My nails are always clear and I hardly ever get it done anyway, so. And I was like, oh, this is a beauty week, we'll get nice nails. I have been encouraged by our favorite femboy. But no, I didn't do that. I was just laughing at the fucking comments, the confusion, the bargaining, the anger, the fear about the behavior of some of it. But then again, the behavior of fear about, like, that surrounds the mystery of his biggest donor. This was a fun weekend. I need to find sleep because, like, fuck, my eyes are fucked up and I also want to consume more content. That is going to sleep by 11. I promise you, 10:45. Close this fucking phone. You play rain music like you always do. You fucking sleep. You get that? This is a week of fucking on the grind. We are going to go and find dollars. How, we don't know, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We want that Indo-China house. Fuck. Being alive is stressful. And the funny thing, this is me that is like 90% of the time onboarding by, like, the relationship aspect or, like, the, like, emotional aspects of, like, dealing with people and the like you people, like, most people are so freaking multi-dimensional. They're amazing because I'm very one-tracked and very uninteresting. I'm very easy to predict. Like, if you know I like this, I probably like this. So you can easily create the neural network that creates Dayo. See me trying to use words I'm not exactly sure. Well, we'll be fine. We'll have conversations with people. We'll do follow-up. I think I'm getting corporate ginger again. Who is this bitch? You have been given the will to be a girl boss by Rose. Fuck. This is so fucking funny. Jesus. But I'm probably going to forget, like, this whole Finn saga by next week. But, like, it was fun to have a fixation. And I've also summarized my grindset. Yeah. Has been a personal code of conduct. Have a productive week. I certainly hope I do. So, bye.